long as they're able to avoid the twin killing, you should see previous Independence Day celebration hero Gabe Howell come to the plate.
2 strikeouts and a walk for Angel Mendoza, who has not been able to put a ball into fair territory today. Big hole on the right side of the infield. Not that much of an opposite field hitter, but you would love to see it speckle through. And a called strike makes it 0-1 on Mendoza. Mendoza on the season 237 clip.
Do you think at all of attempting to move Lynch over in this situation? Because he is pretty fast.
Like a stolen base attempt.
Yeah.
Oh,
well, hey.
Scratch it. Wild pitch. We'll get him to second. Speaking into
That's
existence.
another way
That's
to
the
do it.
easy way to do it. Count goes to 1-1, and that's why you consider it and you ask it, is because you don't want a double play ball.
Right.
And now a routine double play is off the table. 1 ball, 1 strike, and in theory, an irregular one, even a line out that goes lightning fast to somebody is probably off the table, because Lynch should be very conservative with how far he leaves second. If he gets home on the next hit, that doesn't matter all that much, but
Right.
he cannot get out.
Right.
1 ball, 2 strikes into Mendoza. And even, I say a lot of times when the guy grounds out to the right side of the infield and the runner advances, not a productive out, you can't get it out here. Like, you just got to avoid it pretty much any way you can. We'll see what Mendoza can do. The 1-2 pitch in against his former side. It skips in the dirt. Mendoza quickly puts up the stop sign for Lynch on second. Don't get thrown out there. Not when Campagna blocked it well. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Angel.
Yeah, that was a good job of keeping it not just in front of him, but within reach.
Yes.
That's the key. It just a few. We've seen it before. If it trickles just 3 or 4 feet away, that's enough for a lot of folks. It certainly would have been for the speedy Lynch.
The 2-2. Swung on up the middle, and it took a piece out of the pitcher, and no throw. Mendoza, an infield single that went right back at Garcia. It was only 74, but it just caught him in a weird place off the leg, and Cadu is dead to right. He's not going to be able to get there. And maybe it squirts through if it doesn't catch the pitcher, but you'll take that any day of the week. Runners on the corners, and the tying run comes to the plate, and Kyle Ashworth.
Kyle Ashworth in his last 10 games batting .357 with 3 RBI, 4 walks. Been really the most productive range rider over that stretch. And now a meeting on the mound.
Trainer is coming out to double check on Garcia, make sure he's okay. Kyle Ashworth at the plate. And a kind of reassuring couple taps from Todd Pratt, his manager. Pratt, aware of how big a game like this is in terms of getting a team on the right track. They're going into the most hostile of environments. A near sold-out crowd expected over the weekend, especially Friday and Saturday in Missoula, Montana. And Kyle Ashworth, right now Billy Horton asking some questions of the home plate umpire, trying to clarify something. As Tame Impala plays over the loudspeaker the walk-up song of Kyle Ashworth, who is 1 for 3. Ashworth on the season has a .250 batting average, 2 doubles. He has never hit a professional home run. All downstairs, 1-0. Nobody warming up.
Yeah.
It seems like the leash is somewhat long for Garcia. Garcia on the season has allowed 2 home runs, but again, only 208 against him. 1-0. Now one call to strike.
Good call.
Good pitch at the bottom of the zone, 1-1.
Fans into this, obviously, but trying to get a wave going. And the shape of the ballpark, not super conducive to a good wave.
The 1-1. Swung on, and it's a fair ball into right field. Mendoza scooters to third base, and it is 6-4. The tying run is on first base with no outs, and it's got some speed under it with Gabe Howell stepping to the plate.
Great at-bat by Ashworth, not trying to do too much with it, just get it in play where nobody's standing, and he's able to do it. And now you end up with runners on the corner with last Independence Day celebration game hero, Gabe Howell, and now that we will have another meeting, Jerome Williams.
So because that first one, the trainer was out after a comebacker hit Garcia, that did not count as an official mound visit, and that's probably the reason why Billy Horton was double checking,
Yes.
hey, saying, make sure, hey, that's not a mound visit. This, to me, is a strategy of icing the batter because there's no delay in warm-ups going on. You're trying to take the wind out of the crowd as much as possible. Our production crew will probably introduce